Big ups to our sponsors, Sensi Medical Cannabis House, located at the Pulse Center. Cultivate, Elevate, Inspire. I always have to look at the bar to remind myself of what it says. And also, big ups to
Lulu's Holistics for your organic skincare needs. They got 2 stores I see in Florida and New York, you know, so if you want, or foreign listeners, if you want to go and check them out, you can. And of course, if you're local and you want to order, you can do so. Just follow them page at Lulu's Holistics. You can go on their website.
They ship internationally.
They ship internationally. That Shea body cream, that Shea butter body.
I hear it's impeccable.
It's the truth. Like, it's amazing. Like, lotion, if you use that, you don't want to use regular lotion ever again. And that's where I'm at.
So again, for the very best in organic skincare products, go to Lulu's Holistics. Hit them up. Tell them so they fix it in here.
Yeah.
Also, this episode is brought to you by...
Follow them on Instagram at Lothian's Boutique. All my Jamaican followers, all my Jamaican listeners, you can go check them out in Palmer at 23 West Tradeway. That's like the Ready TV Plaza. Can go and get your bundles, your weaves, and everything here. Well, not everything here, no. But yeah, you can use my code Ari Hammond to get discount off your next purchase.
The end of the decade. Approaching the end of the decade. And I see a lot of conversation in various spheres of life about best of decade. See, whether it be best movie of the decade, best this of the decade, best that of the decade. So I thought, let's have a conversation, because I don't think we can definitively identify this. But we're going to have a conversation about who's the artist of the decade. Dancehall reggae. From 2010 to 2019. Who do you say are the artists of the decade?
2010 to 2020 to 2019.
2019.
So let's say 2009.
2010.
Okay.
Decade start from 2010 and to 2019. In my mind, the conversation can only surround 3 to 4 artists. 3 to 4 artists. Now, I can't rank them. That would have tough for them. You see me? But in terms of identifying the contenders, only 3 to 4 names I can come up with. First one. Again, this is in no particular order. Vybz Kartel. Of course. What this man has managed to achieve and continue to achieve at the age of 40 enough. It's unprecedented. There's never been a dancehall artist like him before, and I don't think we're going to quite see like him before. Even though some people are using for try shit on other artists. when I even the fuckery start sting there when them that compare him and do and they're growing them and say 119 songs, hit songs to Donya's 10 or 5 or so. But I see the number 190, I say, may not be far off from that. But yeah, what he has achieved in a decade, all heap of things. Him have Clarks, of course, in 2010. Spike sales are Clarks. I think Javelin did start it first. Young whippersnappers, Cartel do this before. You feel like Cartel are gonna be enough people Simpsons. It's like Family Guy with a reference in there or South Park. Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it.
Yo, I
Cartel do it.
Yo, I hate him.
You see me? Clark's Teacher's Pet. 2011.
The best reality show
a
ever.
fucking reality show.
Fight me.
Oh man, I fight over for fuck the man. Like, come on.
Fight me. A joke.
Man, he might have him online a cake soap.
Wine.
He want Vibes was in a 2008 and condom. 2016, of course, him have King of the Dancehall, big album, big song Fever. I think one of his biggest songs internationally, if not his biggest song internationally. As me say, the prison sentence, enough people that would have hindered them in releasing music. But this
Not
has only
this man.
served, in my opinion, to enhance his legend.
Is he not? Is he recording? Is he not?
Exactly. It's like the myth, the legend of this man has been increased.
It's like dying. Like Nipsey he's immortalized. Not because he lived a long life or had a long career or fruitful career in music, is because, you know, him just get the rise, him just get the bus. He's always been this really good advocate in the community, but is since his death, people kind of take notice, people kind of realize, and it kind of, you know, again, cement him and put him in the history books.
The reactions to it, people in the streets, the will he be released, won't he be released, all of that has served to enhance this man's legend. So, Cartel, prime candidate for Artist of the Decade. The next person I would say is up for it is his protege, Popcorn.
Okay.
We met the talks of the past 10 years. Popcorn is one of the most consistent artists in the game. And he would definitely be up for Artist of the Decade. In breakthrough come in a 2010 with Clocks. Get him bust there, so. Only Man She Want did follow after that. That chart number 89 on R&B hip hop songs chart. Good luck. You see me, would I say that time biggest song to date? Probably. Stats wise. Stats wise. Him feature upon Pusha T Black, a big song. Get sampled on Yeezy and Yeezus in a 2013. Popcorn probably, other than Sister Nancy, one of the most sampled artists.
Can't say that definitively.
One of the most sampled. Drake sampling about 55 times alone per one album. Them sample, not feature.
You want me why?
You see me? Sampling voice and all them thing there. Mobile Award winner about 2 to 3 times. If I remember in Kirk Laugh at the top of my head. I know there's gonna be good time. Big song, probably that our next contender for one of the biggest song them. El Chapo Family, other big songs. Him album in a 2014, Where We Come From. Bad album. Bad album. Served to introduce him to a bigger audience, international audience and all these things. Of course, there's Forever album, which we said it's okay. It's an okay album. We never say a forkery. It's an okay album. But still, we can't go on like said album. They never go on a bag of things in terms of the success that it had internationally as well. And of course, there's the Drake connection. Signed to OVO. It was the opening act on him tour, I think last year. The Boy Meets World tour. All his accomplishments. He's an accomplished dancer artist, and all within the space of this decade. He would have to be up there for real. Do you concur, Harry?
Me I listen to you.
Nothing to add?
No, I mean, yeah, you're right. I think I was thinking of him too as he's definitely one of the most successful, the most successful protege under Vibes Cartel.
Why if you wonder?
Okay, whatever.
In honor of
shut up. Yeah. So, you know, I would say that too. His enigma, his quote unquote charm, for want of a better word. I agree that he's consistently propelled himself forward. So I would say he's
a contender.
He's not even a contender. He's
one
one of.
He's one of.
You don't have to be a definitive like one person rule them all, but it's just people artists who've been doing really good work for the decade.
One of the most followed artists on social media, of course. He reminded us. What there with the blue tick and all these things.
When
every video when you do a cuss people and say, me first get blue tick and all that. Me first trend and all.
So we just don't count Sean Paul into these.
Oh yeah, we got Popcorn. Our next artist, the people them cannot deny, and has made himself undeniable. I mean, I thought the guys are fan them out there. Alkaline. Alkaline up there. And forward in 2013.
This one kind of debatable.
But you cannot deny the youth stats.
He had manifested
And his
2016
impact into being.
in a crazy way.
Into being.
You know, and he's resting. I think he's personally resting on that
year, which was a big year, and not only that,
huge year for him.
Not only that, people say him a copycat a cartel. He himself has spawned various copycats. Yes, people who tattoo them eyeball and do a bag of fuck
like
with it.
seriously.
Like they seem like everybody. That there are several artists who, because of him, felt like they need to have this gimmick formula. I'm going to do something outlandish
And
outrageous with my feet. What's one aspect of my feature, my physical feature. People have noticed me and grab attention to myself. You see me? So there's that, the influence, the impact. Of course, we talk about 2016 in Banner year. The year they released New Level Unlocked, him album. Now this album has the distinction of topping the Billboard Reggae Albums chart. Why is that special? Because I'm the only DJ, dancehall DJ, to have a #1 album on that chart for 5 years. Cartel never do it. Popcorn never do it. I just for sure the impact of the youth have. You see me? It singles them, of course, Champion Boy, Black and Delete, After All, 12 p.m., Formula City. It was a goddamn anthem for basically
PM and our Red Stripe.
Red Strike Premier League as well. You see me? Big year the youth have. And of course, because of all of that, he has grown this rabid, loyal internet fan base.
Who can only rival and contend with cartels.
Cartel, like, exactly. You see me? So we have to give the youth him credit. 2017, him won New Rules, which was a very good look as well. Whole heap of people that fought to that show then, and whole heap of big artists he had. Big acts he had on that show as well. You see me? So, Unruly Fest, Pop kind of Unruly Fest, but Alkaline they do New Level Unlocked first. Just saying. Oh yeah, him definitely is one of the artists of the decade. The impact cannot be denied. Yeah, think about it.
I mean, you know, I've been racking my brain since we've had like drum up the conversation off air, and it's just like it's so hard to pinpoint it. But I agree with you on those three people. Who's the other one?
Chronix.
So I think we're on the same wavelength, and I promise people like we don't really like we have discussion, and the only one we kind of discussed together was the cartel one.
Yeah, of course.
But I will go further and say Sean Paul. And I don't know why, but it's like, you know, when you focus on somebody, like you're focused on someone, and and you know, we have the conversation with several other people, and namely in this podcast with Morgan Heritage. I don't know when we're gonna put this
Conversation.
but we have to do much better at not only looking at what's popular and what's happening now, but people who have been working consistently to it. And you're saying that Cartel, he's been doing it, but Sean Paul that do it longer than him.
That's true.
And for Sean Paul to not only be in his I don't know if this is the zenith, but whatever, but in this current decade that we're in, for him to be constantly, like, he was dropped from Atlantic and him still continue, him headline Champions League.
Perform Champions League. His international resurgence is here.
Like he and that is
Big.
not a simple thing to scoff at and to laugh at, you know. And in a climate where we love new and fresh things, for him to be constantly overseas and to be doing current things is one thing. To be working and touring on your past work, but for you to be doing good things and hitting it, like, me love it when you do it and you bubble it with him and Kelly. How deep is it? You know, and him have Dua Lipa now. That was like currently this year. J Balvin, that's like the Latin market. 3
reggae album nominations.
Exactly. So
best reggae album nominations this
to
decade.
me,
we can't leave him out.
Sean
cannot.
Paul is
We cannot.
top notch. I give it to Chronix though, like I saying, as a young act. Chronix has also consistently worked, and he started out as dancehall, but him slowly shift him consciousness into something of a reggae, the neo reggae image.
Would you say started out in dancehall, or was that his first hit was a dancehall song?
You know what? That's a good point. Yeah, I would go with the
First
latter.
hit
Yeah,
was a dancehall
behind
song.
curtain. So yeah, you're right. So he's good too. I wholeheartedly agree. 'Cause
Grammy
he was on it.
nomination. He have him own show as well.
Tours, he's the only one to
Tours.
have like a full on, like the tours that I
Chronology
know.
tour.
when you're talking about tours, like dancehall artists have said them go on tours, or some artists you said them love go on tours, but those aren't tours that I know. Tours are like, hey, this is the Chronology tour, this is the Smile Jamaica tour. Like it was a big deal, and for him to have it in Jamaica, to me, I also thought that was a big fucking deal.
Jimmy Fallon, international appearances, people, Chronix, him up there. No denying.
No denying.
No denying. Chronology, one of the best albums for the decade as well. Of course, we talk about the Grammy nomination. Which
Yeah.
A lot of people
You
felt
know,
they should have won that year.
Funny, I don't know why we're looking at people who don't seem to like us, but I was also thinking about, in a way, Spice. In a way, people always say she's lacking songs, and you know, like she had that big break in when 2009.
Just when Ramping Shop, yeah,
Yeah.
2009.
So it technically can technically start like it trickle on into there.
Had a chop on Billboard.
Yeah, and Something Like It was also a huge song for her, solo song. I agree that sometimes the songs are a bit lacking, and you know there's a need to expand her catalog in a way. But I can say we can debate it. This is debatable. Of her being it, because she's being consistent. She
that one I debated.
revamped herself. She revamped herself.
While the others are not.
You know, she is mastered stage performance, stage presence. We lose Lady Saw from dancehall, and in a way we can debate if she's the queen of dancehall or not. But I think that she's been consistent. She's been trying so hard she works hard to craft out a space for herself. And I think that she can be. Like, there's the songs and the projects are lacking. I will agree to that.
Every
but
one
in
of
terms
these artists who we've mentioned.
But I would say is the consistent work that she has been
Albums.
doing. The consistent work.
She keep her name relevant.
She keeps herself relevant. She works hard.
Okay.
She can be up for
I
conversation.
know that's just you repping for the females
A
female representation.
little.
That's cool. If there's one female to be considered,
Is she?
should be.
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah. There's several other people though, but
Them are artists who stand out. Would you consider Shaggy as well with the Grammy win?
yeah, maybe him too, but maybe people are gonna say they have a cheat because they're Sean Paul and Shaggy. But I think more so Sean Paul to me, because Sean Paul, like, he's doing big fucking things.
Him stay connected to the court because he feature on rhythms and juggling more time. You know,
Yeah.
It kind of unfair,
Ooh.
but is kind of a victim of his own success in a way. They really pray it.
He should be considered.
Alright, them the artists of the decade.
There are more.
Probably could
'Cause I was
consider,
thinking
but
there's
these are
several.
the main ones.
There's several
jump to mind.
tiers and like maybe this one, but not this. Because even I was going back and forth with Spice as well. But
As I said, that's more debatable than them
Yeah.
other one. Chronix,
yeah.
even Sean Paul, Cartel, Popcorn, Alkaline.
Again, maybe Damien too, because I was thinking Damien, but then
It's like you just have them artists upon the next sphere,
Sphere.
next space.
but it's just the consistency within this decade. that is undeniable, like constantly doing new music and not only doing new music, but to
being relevant. Keeping relevant.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's
All
difficult.
artists we mention, them definitely do that.
Yeah.
Give it to your raw like chicken in a Kentucky. 05 till now, my world a leader. Catch me if you can, your name the boat, and have the speed. Them a pamphlet and waffy test the great encyclopedia. Hey, share me here, say you tell your friends. Send no play it, cartel, him a go fuck you till him breeder.